Hey y'all, let's talk about feet and shoes. Now y'all have heard me say before that when my dad used to take me shoe shopping, you know back then they had those little stools with the slanted thing, and you put your foot up there and they measured your foot. And they went and got your shoes for you that you wanted, and they fit them on you. That was so long ago, y'all. I don't hardly know anything that is not self-service nowadays. But so my dad, like so many parents back in the 50s, maybe the 60s, I don't know, thought that making jokes about your children was funny. You remember when my mother told him we were going bra shopping, he said, "What for? We've got Band-Aids in the medicine cabinet." That makes a young girl feel good. You know, the stuff that your parents do to you and say to you, you just have to forgive them. I mean, they were not educated and enlightened like we have been as parents. But we would go shopping for shoes, and not very often. And I mean, our shoes had to be hurting if we didn't wear them out. And we were always told, you better not wear these shoes out because you don't know when your next pair is going to come from. And so, I mean, you know, back then parents were like dictators. They weren't, at least mine, they were not the warm, fuzzy, huggy, "Oh, sweetie, I love you. You are just the prettiest little girl." So we'd get into usually someplace like, JCPenney's or Sears. And my dad would say, "Well, she took a size 7 last time, so she probably takes a size 8 this time." But anyway, it doesn't matter because we just need the box, not the shoes. Yeah. Now, I was self-conscious enough without comments like that. I mean, my sister, I'm telling you, she had the most beautiful feet and hands. Oh, I'm not going too fast. They have one of those blinky things that tells you how fast you're going. But anyway, I was very self-conscious about my feet. I got my mom's hands, and she had better looking feet than I did. In fact, she had better looking hands. She had fingernails that were like stone. I am not kidding you. Her nails would grow so long and pretty, kind of like those. Only not. But, and my sister, she always kept her nails not very long and kind of rounded off in a little oval, and they were just absolutely beautiful. I hated my sister. She had the straightest hair all the way down almost to her waist. And I had my hair down that long too. Only it was so kinky and frizzy. It was not even funny. Anyway, we're not talking about hair. We're talking about feet. And so my second toe has always been longer, a lot longer than my big toe. And you know what they say about that? They say if a woman's second toe is longer than her big toe, then she is definitely going to be the boss in the house. Well, I wouldn't say that I was always the boss in the house, but, you know, it's not about that either. We could go into some stuff, y'all. Anyway, so, because my feet, and he used to tell him her feet are really wide because she walks around in cow shit. Oh yeah, he would say that. Yeah, my parents swore like sailors. Well, my dad was military. He was in the Air Force. It seems like all those military guys, you know, they gotta be macho. And then as time went on, the word that they started using was the F word. So, you know, anyway, so I always was so embarrassed and self-conscious. I would not we would go to, the lake, or for $1, kids could swim at the swimming pool at this motel in town for all day or something. And when we would go to the pool, I would not take my tennis shoes off. Nope, I wouldn't. I was too embarrassed. I did not want anybody to see my feet. And I didn't swim anyway, so it didn't really matter. So anyway, I forget what year it was. It should be ingrained in my cell. They started making shoes for people with wide feet. That was so exciting to have shoes that did not hurt. The only problem was they were butt ugly. They were, you know, I don't know. So I had a really hard time with shoes. And I still do, kinda, but they've relaxed. There's a bigger variety. In fact, today, when I was in Lowe's, which I just left, it takes me forever to buy shoes. I hate it. And that's why I don't even remember the last pair of real shoes. I mean, I don't wear shoes. And you know, I've got some little Sketcher tennis shoes, and they barely have a sole on them, much less any padding or arch support or anything like that. I used to wear clogs, they called them back then. I don't know what to call them now, but I love those things, and they wore like crazy. But anyway, today was no different. Now, I was going looking for some shoes that were going to be beneficial to my arches, to my whole foot, and to my back. Well, wait till you see what I got. Now, I didn't care, y'all. I did not care what they looked like. And it's a good thing. But, I'll show them to y'all later. They make some really cute shoes. And they even make some cute shoes for people with, usually wear the box. Oh my. Anyway, my allergies are really bad today. It's overcast. It's not sunny, which is an awesome time to be working in your yard. But anyway, feet. So I tried on all kinds of different shoes. And some of them, they really were not like big arch support shoes or whatever. But I thought, you can go to a shoe store and they have inserts. I think they even have them at Walmart. I think Dr. Scholl's, they used to have little machines in there that you stepped on, kind of like scales, and then they would show an imprint of your foot and tell you you need number 5G insert, whatever. Now, I am not going to go as far as going to an orthopedic shoe store. I'm not. No. But you can get some arch supports, and so I'll show you what I ended up with. But I must have tried on. I was walking around. I took my little Skechers tennis shoe off, and I was walking around, and I have these little nude colored footies, and I took those off of my right foot, and I was walking around the shoe department with only one shoe on. Because why? Now that would have been a good time to wear flip-flops, to tell you the truth. But why would you take your shoes on and off, on and off, on and off, to try on all those shoes? And I mean, I was not even trying on cute shoes. And they have a pretty good discount clearance section for their shoes. And y'all, I saw these shoes online, and they're really expensive. They're like clogs, but they have a heel on them, but they have a rounded toe, made especially for people like me. Gives that long second toe room. So anyway, these were beautiful, paisley, purple, with other colors in them. And they have, I forget what they're called, but they are advertised that they are shoes for people like nurses and stuff like that. Have y'all seen the nurses' clogs? Like, they're mostly white. Anyway, they even had them in my size. And they were $20. And they're like plastic. Perfect! $20? Oh my gosh. So I picked them up and I thought, I'm going to keep trying stuff on, but man, oh man, this is awesome. I have learned that you cannot, at least I can, try on a pair of shoes one time, walk around in them a little bit, flex your foot, put it off and on, because ease of putting them on and off is very important too. So, I am so sorry, y'all. So I tried them on, and then I tried some other stuff on, and I picked out a couple other pair, And I love these clogs. I mean, y'all, they were beautiful. They were just like a little work of art. But anyway, what happened was I tried them on for the last time. I had 2 other pairs in my cart, and they had a little bit of a heel on them. Well, I noticed that when I had my footie on, my foot slid down. And you know what that meant? My long second toe was not comfortable. I wanted those shoes so bad. I thought, well, they make those things that you put in there, for the ball of your foot to stop your foot from going that far. But, yeah, I passed Home Depot. I did this one other time before, too. I had to come down to the light to the tomato place. But, so I didn't get them. But I'm going to tell you, it was the hardest thing to leave those shoes. I'm not kidding y'all. They were beautiful. If they just hadn't had, if they'd had like maybe a 1/4 inch less heel on them. Anyway, that's the saga of the shoes and Debrajoy's feet. Ugly feet. And one of you sweet gentlemen sent me money through PayPal for me to get my hair done. And you said that it was fine if I would prefer to use it some other way, such as a pedicure or a manicure. I still have not used that. I've got it put aside. I do. That's hard to believe, isn't it? I've got it somewhere in my room, if I can remember where. Anyway, y'all, this has been a lifelong difficulty for me. An embarrassment for me. When I was old enough and, I shopped for my own shoes, and the shoe person there, especially if it was a man, wanted to help you. They wanted you to sit down and put your foot on that little footstool, and I would be like, oh no, sweetie, that's okay. You just go on ahead. I'll just help myself. These are the shoes I'd like to have. That light's probably going to turn. No, it didn't. Oh my goodness, y'all. I have had green lights today like you wouldn't believe. I don't like Home Depot. I do not like Home Depot. I like this Home Depot much better than the one. There's always some campers out here, y'all. Let me turn my camera. There's nobody behind me. Can y'all see them? There's